Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through Euro Oz as the price could be breaking higher. Now, we are heading towards an ECB event where we are expected to see the ECB hike interest rates. Now, there is talk that it could be a 75 basis points hike, although it could also be a 50 basis point hike. Now, inflation is obviously rising in the eurozone. ECB needs to kind of start to combat that now. They've been a little bit slow compared to other central banks to hike interest rates really aggressively, and that has been the reason really why the euro has been so weak for so long. However, they are now starting to consider hiking a little bit more aggressively. Now, if we just have a quick look at the strength meter here, I'll just bring it over. There's a couple of interesting things from it. Now, we did kind of touch upon this in the week ahead analysis video, that the euro, which is this blue line, has started to creep its way higher. It started to reverse from this reversal zone and is now climbing above the zero line, which is something to suggest that price is starting to, or the euro is starting to get stronger. What's interesting about that is it's now crossed over the Aussie. So the Aussie is the grey line, and you can see here that the Aussie is at the 0 point, but its kind of path is starting to push a little bit lower after it kind of staying fairly stagnant for a while. Now, that could be due to a culmination of things, like the risk in the market, or we had a recent RBA announcement of a rate hike, but it was a forecasted 50 basis points hike, so it wasn't necessarily an aggressive hike, and they've talked about further hikes to come as well. But the RBA, every time kind of we've had an RBA event recently, they've come in with expectations. The market has already priced that in, and the Australian dollar has weakened off the back of it. So basically, what are we saying? Well, the euro's on that upward trajectory. Aussie is on the downward trajectory, so we should potentially be looking for opportunities for Euro Oz long. Now, I'm going to go into the monthly chart here, and you can see that the monthly has retested or rebounded from the low that formed here around about 143.10, which formed on the 1st of, well, not the 1st of April, but through the month of April, had this low formed here at 143.10, and price has rebounded off of that this past month, especially in the month of August. We rebounded off that, and we're starting to push back to the upside. So I'm expecting some search for higher prices after this rejection of these lows. Now, if we go look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see that we have a few things on. So we have the July volume profile. Just put VP there. We have the August volume profile, and we also have last week's volume profile. The reason why I've stuck all of these on is because we can see that price is reacting from a few areas, and what I want to be is looking for breaks of these levels in order to look for higher prices. So in July, a lot of the value was built to the downside. We can see that we have a value area high coming in at 149.18. You could round that up to 149.20. You could bring it down to 149 if you wish, but that area there is going to be important. If we look at how price is reacting at the moment, it's actually reacting from last month's point of control in combination with July's volume profile level. So lots to kind of uncover here, because you've got two really strong levels of interest at the 146 handle as well. So key area, finding support in at this point. So what do we need to see really though in order to be a buyer? Well, what we typically look for is price to trade outside of a value area, and last month's value area high is sitting around about 147.50. So I think if we want to be starting to look for some serious buying opportunities on this market, price needs to trade through and close above 147.50. If we trade above this high, you can see here multiple highs as well. If price trades above that level, I would expect a further extension to the upside. Now, we do have a point of control that's untested around about the 148.50, but I'm expecting price to travel within this value area here, and it could reach the 149 handle. Anything above that, we could see some higher prices. Doubt we will get that move just yet, but going towards the ECB announcement, I think that the euro could continue to strengthen in the short term, meaning that price is likely to continue to break higher here. Downside risk, obviously, this area is a huge resistance zone. If price doesn't or fails to trade above that, we could see an expectation for price to move lower. That would take the Australian dollar to start to strengthen in the market, and at the moment that's not particularly happening. So the likelihood of that is very, very low. So looking for breaks above 147.50. If we get that, we could see a move up to 149. Hope you enjoyed this video update. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.